You're watching the Coach Bo Frye Show, brought to you by the following fine sponsors. Ace Cuts, Albert Sporting Goods, All Glaze Equipment Rental, Buffalo Wild Wing, Capability, Salina Cycle Center, Eagle Loan Company of Salina, Eagle 767, FCA, Fowler's TV, Freedom Marketing Strategies, Guarneri's Pub and Pizzeria, JT's Brew and Grill, Larry Schaff Auto Sales, MHS Alumni Foundation, Miller Funeral Homes, Minster Bank, Neck and Back Pain Relief Center, Plus One Professionals Real Estate, Writer Rooters, Roots Pub, St. Mary's Foundry, Sean Barnett Electrical, Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center, Spring Street Storage, TSC, and Varsity Lanes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to week number 9 of the Bo Frye Show. I'm your host, Joe Hurlbert, alongside head coach Bo Frye. And this week, 3 new players. To my far left, Luke Rammel, Owen Ott. In between us, Savion Murphy. And first of all, gentlemen, congratulations on a big win last week against Shawnee Indians.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, we worked pretty hard, kept it close at the end there, but, 2 close wins back-to-back weeks.
Well, as we look, Coach, go ahead. If you have anything to say,
no.
Just chime in.
Savion, do you have anything to say?
No, not yet.
It was a big win.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was a big win because when you look at the computer points, and obviously that's right around the corner, postseason play, and I know you say week in, week out, we just take it one game at a time, let the chips fall where they may, but right now you're setting at the number 9 spot, and of course with the big win with Shawnee, they're at number 8 right above you. So a lot of good things that are happening, but again, we got to take them one game at a time.
Sure.
Take a look at some of the scores last week in the Western Buckeye League. If something pops out to you as a surprise, fellas, feel free to chime in. Of course, Bath defeated Salina by a score of 49-35, and of course, even though Bath put up 49 points, Salina continues to get better offensively. Yeah. They put up 35 points a couple weeks ago. They put up 70. So they continue to improve. Defiance defeated Elida 42-21. Of course, Elida will conclude the regular season for St. Mary's here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field in a couple of weeks. Wapakoneta continues to roll. They defeated Kenton 37-6. This week's opponent, Van Wert, defeated OG 38-20, and of course St. Mary's wins 31-28. Probably a little closer than you would have liked.
Yeah, they've all been here close. They're not doing great for my old heart or my gray hair or anything like that, but luckily I'm still young.
But you know what? And we've said it before. Sometimes when you win, and you win ugly, it's still a win.
Win's a win's a win.
You agree?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the Western Buckeye League standings as we have them right now after last week. Of course, Wapakoneta is still the only undefeated team in the Western Buckeye League. They're 8-0 overall, 7-0 in the Western Buckeye League. Bath is 7-1 overall, 6-1 in the Western Buckeye League. And of course, if Wapak wins and Bath wins, they will meet on week number 10 to wrap things up. Either Salina or Wapak will win it outright, or they will tie with Bath when it's all said and done, if Bath can upset Wapak. Shawnee and St. Mary's, both 5-3 overall, 5-2 in the Western Buckeye League, followed by Elida, Van Wert, Defiance, 4-4 overall, and 3-4 in the Western Buckeye League. Salina's 2-6 overall, 2-5 in the Western Buckeye League, and Kenton 1-7. Our opponent this week, 1-6 in the league, and OG still has yet to win a ball game. But it seems like they keep getting better. They're in games, but they just keep falling a little bit short. They're 0-8, 0-7 overall. So, gentlemen, let's jump right into this week's clips. Of course, this first one here, Luke, just happened to be one of you. So this is a sweep to the right. This is pretty much what we've come to know from you. Once you get to corner, what are you looking for?
When you got a guard out in front of you, just read off him. And, Schmidt's a pretty good blocker on the edge. He's a pretty big kid. So, basically gives us an extra blocker out in front. And everyone's stacked up inside to stop Schmidt on that first play and helps set up the outside.
Savion was out there leaving, too. So, yeah.
Well, what you're looking for, Savion, when you go out there? What's your rule? first person that looks like they're in a different uniform?
Yeah, basically.
Take them out. Yeah. Well, Luke, obviously, we'll mention at an outstanding ball game. 14 carries, 107 yards. His longest was 48 yards. He had 1 touchdown, averaged 7.6 yards per carry. So a good ball game from you. But I think when you talk about Luke on the other end, is that he's been very consistent for you all game in and game out.
Been consistent for 3 years. Yeah. Played about, how many positions you played, Luke? 8, maybe 9? Too many. So I'm glad we finally found a home at right halfback, and he's a heck of a blocker too. Yeah. So should have been a guard, right?
So this is Caleb Schmidt. He bounces to the outside. This is the St. Mary's first touchdown. Then they'll go up with the extra point by a score of 7-0. But here again, full house in the backfields.
Yeah, it's a heck of a run. 4th down. Schmidt bouncing it. He's been kind of accustomed to doing that stuff all season, right?
So as you lined up with the defense over, you hearing some chatter across the way? They calling signals, or what is your main focus when you line up on the offensive line? Obviously, you're hearing a lot of voices in your head.
Yeah, basically the defense all night, they were calling out some of our plays pretty well, but I have a lot of confidence in some of the other linemen, so I was pretty confident we're going to get that one.
Do you ever hear the defense say, sweep to the left? I mean, they're calling the play out to you?
Yeah, they were calling sweeps and counters all night.
But then again, that's
usually when we hit them with a trap.
Exactly. But then again, when they do that, though, in all honesty, that's just good scouting.
Yeah.
They know your tendencies, and they're just calling it out in preparation. But a lot of times, good blocking will defeat.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Absolutely, you just do your job. This is good blocking by the O-line at the point of attack.
That's a good run. Yeah, is that Luke again? Are you? Yeah, 17 halfback. Yep. 7-hole play. Kick out by Cooper Glass, who you saw last week. Great job by Brody Tomerlin, who was subbing in for Keelan Baker on the left tackle. He had a heck of a night in a backup role. So.
One of the things that was questionable at the beginning of the season was the youngness of your O-line. A lot of them didn't see a lot of action last year. Some of them just moved right in as starters this year. So you've had to be pleased with the progress of your O-line.
Yeah, they're getting better. From top to bottom, those guys are consistent. We're a pretty tight-knit group. We do breakfast on Thursdays, and we got good jokes and stuff like that, like Anastasia and that sort of jazz. So we have secret passwords for the O-line and all that sort of jazz. So, yeah, it's a tight-knit brotherhood. O-linemen are weird, and I'm the leader of the weird. So,
well, I always thought defensive linemen were weird. Right?
We're weird and smart. Defensive linemen are weird and a little crazy. Yeah.
This is a nice run by Dylan Fink as well. This is second quarter action. Of course, offensively, the Rough Riders finished with 366 yards of total offense, 22 first downs in the ball game. So the big bugaboo offensively, again, we deal with this is penalties.
Yeah, we weren't really that penalized a lot on offense. Most of them were defensively. Yeah.
So here we're down inside the 5. Caleb Schmidt takes it in from 3 yards out.
That's a common occurrence at this point, right? Schmidt's pretty good at finding the end zone. Mm-hmm. We're usually pretty good at blocking for him down there, too. Yeah. Here you go, Ott. You got some defense, baby.
There you go. This is just good defense by
it's like a little bit of everybody.
Everybody.
I think you were in up.
And of course, one of the things that we saw when Owen, of course, he's been starting since he's a freshman, was his energy that he brings to the field. Mm-hmm. I mean, we see him regardless if he's in on the play or not, but if you stop somebody short on a 4th down, you're jumping in. And what is that as a leader? What does that say to your rest of your defense?
Just trying to get the rest of the defense as hyped up as I can going into the game, and especially at halftime, whenever if we're down by a touchdown, everyone gets all mopey around. So I try and get them all hyped back up and get them going.
You got to have a bit of a screw loose to play good defense, man. Do. Yeah, Ott plays like a wild man.
And I've heard this too. You play with reckless abandon. You have no regard for your body. You just throw it out there and go for it.
We need some more guys playing like that.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. This is just a breakdown in the Rider defense.
You can put the bad ones on here too.
I will do that.
Yeah.
Oh, and where did you see the breakdown?
Of what?
Where they caught the ball, it's covered well. You know what I mean? You just got to make the play. The D line gets upfield. I mean, they're getting to the quarterback. It's just, I mean, he's right there with him. He's just got to make the play.
Yeah.
You know? Then we got to run him down. That kid's pretty fast, though. Huh?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So obviously that was Shawnee's only score in the second quarter. At the end of the half, you led 17-13 going into the half. But here's Taylor Compton making a nice stop defensively. He's not a bad guy to have back there to clean up for you, is he?
No, not at all.
Compton's a smart kid, good kid. You know, he's a good tackler. You know.
We noticed this the last time when he was on. He just takes good angles.
He does, yes.
And,
yeah.
that's part of the game too. You got to know a little bit of what is that, trigonometry, angles and things of that
I don't
nature.
know. Math's terrible for me, man.
Yeah,
Math's not my strong suit.
If it has letters in it.
Yeah, once they started adding letters and pictures, man. Pictures I'm fine with, but letters, man, that's weird. Got to ask Luke down there. He's probably the smartest guy in the room. So.
Here's Trey Moore not going to pass away. Good defense here. Of course, you look at the defensive line. It looks like they're shooting low.
Yeah.
Probably the short yardage, maybe. I'm not sure. Good job knocking away, though. I think we made a stop here, which then in turn got us the ball back before half, and then we were able to go down and get.
Yeah, this is the fourth down stop right here.
Got to remember what happened, don't you, Hot?
Yeah.
Me too. It's a nice tackle by Compton. Yeah. D-line does a good job on pass rush. Mm-hmm. Yep. Forces him up into the pocket, right to Compton. Yep.
So a lot of times, Owen, it's your responsibility because a lot of times you're on the I would say defensive end.
Yeah.
So your main job is to contain, not to let him get to the outside.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm in a 3-tech, and then I just try and get around him as fast as I can and push him up in the middle, either to the D tackle or Compton.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful when it works. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This year's before half, I thought we did a really good job. Honestly, I credit Coach Voorhees. He put in some NASCAR set. I know these kids think it's a little different, but it's the NASCAR. We don't really have a 2-minute, but we're able to break off a couple long runs.
Yeah.
And it's our NASCAR set. We're moving fast, and we're able to pick up a big first down here, and then use a timeout, and then get us into field goal range with this play right here.
This is a nice play right here. Everything went well.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? This one's been around for a while here. We run this in practice a lot, don't we?
Yeah, every Thursday we practice it.
Yeah, Thursday, and we're doing some different things with it, and Luke's usually part of it. Luke was on the other side. They just didn't throw it your way, did they? So,
a lot of things have to go right.
Yeah.
For that to happen.
Yeah. I mean, somewhat, but it's hard to defend. You know what I mean? Are you going to come up and you're going to tackle the receiver, or are you going to stay back and let you hit us up the sidelines?
So Brady Triplett connects on a 38-yard field goal. Yeah. Congratulations to Brady because he was just named first team All-League as soccer.
Oh, really? I'll have to congratulate him. I didn't realize he did. Yeah, congrats to Brady. He's a great kid. You've had him on here, too.
Yeah.
Luke's the holder, so he's been doing that. And here's a good one for you here, Joe.
This was
You got Owen, and Owen's on this one.
You in on this one?
You were Jay. Yeah. That was a long halftime decision. We had to think about that.
So that was pre-called.
Yeah, halftime. We made that decision at halftime, yes.
The best part is when they see us all coming for him, the kid backs up.
He's dabbing up with his buddy over there, you know.
He's just
paying attention, man. So, yeah.
But it was a good call. But what made that determination?
We saw it going in.
Did you see something?
We saw it a few times, and I was like, we needed a spark. I mean, we were having trouble slowing them down. And I thought if we could get a change of possession. Honestly, it took me back to Perkins from a few years ago when they came out of half and did it to us. You know what I mean? And it was a windier sails, you know. If you can get up and stay up, it's easier to play from ahead.
And that formation is you normally line up in that to begin with.
Yeah, we've been lining that all the time, and then we break out. Yeah.
Are you on the kickoff team?
No.
Savion plays guard, and that's it.
You don't ask him to.
No. We got enough problems there, right, Savion? Yeah.
But it was just very well executed.
It was, yeah.
Very well executed.
Good job by Davion Smith recovering it. That's a new guy in there. Davion's been trying to find a way on the field for a long period of time now, and I'm proud that he found a way to contribute.
Yep.
So.
Luke, big run by you, 48 yards, touchdown.
Yeah, man.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you see the tackle pull and get out in front. I mean, LJ's been doing a pretty good job starting out. He played tight end to start the year, and he's transitioned to tackle, and he's done excellent, I think.
Yeah, doing a great job. Looking more like a tackle every day. You know?
Yeah.
Actually, Savion kicked the dude out there, so that was a big block here. He's not thinking don't trip, right? Don't get caught, don't trip.
Oh, yeah.
Good hold, Luke. And,
And this is what it is to me. Okay, it's kind of frustrating, and I see it a lot. You get a breakout like that. He's 20 yards down, 30 yards down from the line of scrimmage, but yet somebody decides to hold or block in the back. And I thought,
no, we didn't do that. Hey,
no,
man,
no,
everything
everything was
Joe.
good.
Yeah, everything's good there, man.
well, and luckily, 75 wasn't able to catch anybody.
I think Ray just ran out of juice. You know what I mean? I think he said, we're just going to let Luke try to get this one himself.
And that's what you do. Just let him go.
Yeah, you do. You don't want to block it. You don't
Absolutely
want to block
not.
it.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
There's a nice stop at the goal line. Rough Riders have been pretty good with their goal line D.
Yeah, when we're down that far, we usually just signal and cut and let the backers eat at that point, and they do a pretty good job of it.
Mm-hmm. We're pretty good. Our front seven's pretty good.
Yeah, I think sometimes the mindset is that the offensive line wants to get low into their legs, but their mindset is we got to get lower than them to push them back.
Yeah. Low man wins.
Mm-hmm.
Old man Finky, we just set his feet. You know what I mean? He got him, you know.
Yeah.
It was close. Yeah, the quarterback pass, yeah.
Yep.
You probably seen that one back in your day, too, didn't you?
No.
That was never
No.
Skip didn't have that one in?
No.
Oh, man. Throwing it back to you?
Never.
You'd have probably caught it, right?
I would have called it without question.
That was just too adventurous, huh? Yeah.
Here's another nice play by the defense, putting a stick on the offense and getting a fumble.
Yeah, it popped straight up, didn't it? Yeah.
There you are.
There he is. There he is. Yeah. Yeah, wild man, baby.
Now, this one, did this stick?
What do you mean?
Did this?
No, he got it back. Yeah, they fumbled it and they got it back.
That's
yeah.
what I thought.
It was kind of a fumble on the handoff, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But still, you get excited when the ball goes on the ground, don't you?
I get excited. Yeah.
There's just, again, good pursuit by the defense.
Yep. Good job getting him on the ground, you know. That's the number one thing. Good pursuit, man. I mean, there's some times where we look great, you know what I mean? There's other times where we're struggling. So we just got to be consistent.
This is Cole Mullins,
Yeah.
D lineman, gets in, makes a good stop here.
Yeah. I said we're going to see Mullins and Murray on this show at some point when they start doing things right all the time. So, yeah. They're good kids, man. They got a screw loose.
They get excited.
Yeah, they get excited. Maybe too excited, you know. Maybe Ott needs to calm them down, juice everybody up. Yeah. Okay, here, man. With old QB draw. That's not a good one.
Johnny
Young's got to get him on the ground, man. But good job by Mullins getting downfield from his D-line position in pursuit and getting downfield.
Yeah,
good hustle by Mullins. That's why he put that one on
I think
there.
that's what caught my eye.
That was good hustle. Yeah.
He's on the D-line. And
I mean, they play hard. Mullins and Murray are always playing hard. They just
and they
got to
ran
play
it.
smarter at sometimes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, and don't get me wrong, and everybody here knows that football is an emotional game.
Extremely.
You know, but you have to be able to contain your emotions.
Control your emotions.
And channel it into another direction.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And I think Ott has done a lot better job of that in the last year as the season's gone on. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Has there ever been a time when you just wanted to just slug somebody?
Yeah, during the Bath game.
But we kind of held our composure, didn't we?
Yeah, I tried.
Let's not slug anyone, though. That would be great. You know, it's a good boot here by Monerding. Good job running the football. You probably did some of that, though, Joe, right?
Not very often. But occasionally, I didn't run.
You didn't run? You were a thrower.
No, I wasn't a thrower.
You weren't a thrower?
No, when I played, we had 2 1,000-yard rushers.
So you were a good hander offer.
I was a good hander offer.
There we go. Great faker.
Get out of the way.
Yeah.
This is just a good block by, I think, Xander Post up the middle. This is quarterback sneak.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's the next one.
Jumping the gun on me here.
I did.
Yeah. El Postie's a good one.
Is this the one that he went up and over?
I don't remember. There's a lot of. Yeah, that's just a good search.
Just good line search.
My man
there.
Post, man, he plays hard. He plays hard.
You had your hand in on that one as well.
Yeah, I think so. But when there's a guy like Post right next to you, he makes it really easy.
Makes it really easy.
I love your humility there, Savion. No, Savion's a good football player, man. He plays hard.
Yeah.
He's a good kid.
So have you always been a guard?
I was actually I was a center for a really long time, and I was center and safety my freshman year. But Coach Bell pulled me over to guard because I wasn't good enough for safety anymore. So
He was playing safety.
But in all honesty, that's a tribute to your ball club because it's almost. I was thinking of a word that. Of your ball club, they're like Legos. You can take them anywhere and put them somewhere else, and they can get the job
It's
done.
because this senior group's extremely smart.
Yeah.
They are extremely smart and extremely high character. They want to see the team win, and they're willing to do anything. Kind of a testament to Luke, like playing eight. Luke played tight end last year at times. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's done a little bit of everything. You know, trying to find roles. Kind of, they're a bit tweeners. You don't know what position they should play,
But they're good enough athletes. Yeah. You got to find a place for them to play.
They do, and then I'm proud of all of them.
Yeah.
And the success is coming because of that.
Well, you saw the clip right there. This is why you get gray hair.
You didn't jump off sides on here, did you? You did, didn't you? Yes.
I did. and it was 4th and like 2.
I know. I'm very aware. Those two will be on here at some point. Yes, when they watch the ball.
So, as a defensive lineman, Owen, what are you looking for? Obviously, are you watching the snap of the football? Are you watching the guy across from you, or are you listening to the cadence?
You can either look at the ball or watch the guy across from you because if he moves, he moves, and no matter what, if he moves, it's offsides on them. If the ball's not snapped.
Yeah. But when you're trying to time it up on a 4th down, sometimes you get a little bit antsy. I play D-line. I know exactly how that is. You're getting antsy. You want to make the play. Yeah. But somehow you got to control your emotions. You got to keep your thoughts in between your face mask.
Yep. Of course, the ball was moved back 5 yards on a penalty with Shawnee, and so this is another good stop by the defense. Obviously, you're only rushing 3.
We brought a linebacker, too, it looks like there, too. But a good sack here. The whole crew of guys. You were in on that one, right, Ott?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your main objective here was to beat your blocker around and just kind of close in on him?
Yeah, sometimes it's hard when they got the wing there. You either get double teamed or I guess that play we had Zach Myers coming off the edge, so he kind of took the wing for me.
This is the 4th down. This is the next one. Last play of the game here, right?
I think it is.
Yeah. Flips it to his O-lineman, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You got in on that one too, Ott, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's good, Getting there, that's exciting, isn't it? You got to watch Ott's celebration at least. He missed the celebration at the end.
No, we didn't want to see the celebration.
You didn't want to see the
that's as much as the clip as I get.
Okay, yeah.
But I did watch the game.
You didn't want to see the 20 penalty flags that came flying at the end either.
That to me was a record.
Yeah.
I have to agree with Zach, who called the game. I thought, I've never seen so much yellow flags on the field in one spot in all my entire life.
Yes, I agree.
And then to sort it all out and then be offsetting. I thought, come on.
So it was offsetting at the end, and we could just put a knee on it and finish the game
Luke,
off.
some final thoughts. From your perspective, how do you think the whole offense performed on Friday night? Obviously, it was a big ball game. It had to be a big win, so obviously you guys were focused.
Yeah, I just think our offensive line has been ready the past couple of weeks to really get off the ball to start the game, and I think we've set the tone early and kind of helped give us a lead to start the half and have confidence going into the second half.
I want to say something about Luke Rammel, if you don't mind. He has probably, in my opinion, been in the last 2 years the most unselfish player there. I mean, last year you had your 2 running backs, Dominic Osborne and Mabry, and he kind of took a back seat.
He was playing JV football.
Then this year, Caleb Schmidt comes in, and then I tell you what, he is a role player. He is a role player, and I guess it's like all of them. They don't really care who gets the credit as long as the job gets done. That's credit. That's credit to it. That's good coaching.
Yeah.
That's good character of your ball club. Owen, your final thoughts?
Uh,
You ready this week to smack some more people?
oh yeah, we're having good practices, and good practice lead to good games.
Absolutely. Savion, your final thoughts?
I mean, it's just fun to play the game we love with the kids we grew up with. So.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're all going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about this week's game. The Riders will be on the road at Kenton. Of course, Rider Nation Station will be there to bring you all the action. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
You're watching the Coach Bo Frye Show, brought to you by the following fine sponsors. Ace Cuts, Albert Sporting Goods, Hog Blaze Equipment Rental, Buffalo Wild Wing, Capability, Salina Cycle Center, Eagle Loan Company of Salina, Eagle 767, FCA, Fowler's TV, Freedom Marketing Strategies, Buenaries Pub and Pizzeria, JT's Brew and Grill, Larry Schaff Auto Sales, MHS Alumni Foundation, Miller Funeral Homes, Minster Bank, Neck and Back Pain Relief Center, Plus One Professionals Real Estate, Writer Rooters, Roots Pub, St. Mary's Foundry, Sean Barnett Electrical, Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center, Spring Street Storage, TSC, and Varsity Lanes.
All righty, welcome back to the Bo Frye Show. I'm Joe Hurlbert alongside head coach Bo Frye and Luke Rammel, Owen Ott, and Savion Murphy. Let's take a look at some of the games this week in the Western Buckeye League before we talk about the Kenton Wildcats. Bath is on the road at Defiance, OG's at Salina, Elida's at Walpock, Shawnee at Van Wert, of course, our game this week, St. Mary's is on the road at Kenton. The Kenton Wildcats, kind of up and down offensively. Not the Kenton Wildcats we've seen of old in years past where they just throw the ball up and down the field. But they're, what do we expect to see from the Kenton Wildcats?
They can still sling it. They're just young. They have a freshman quarterback, a lot of sophomore receivers. They catch everything, and they can sling it. We're going to have to get some pressure on the quarterback. We're going to have to make sure we're tackling well defensively, and we're going to have to, every time we touch the ball, put it in the end zone.
The thing that you said, a freshman quarterback, and we've seen freshmen that start that have developed, haven't we? This young man to my left, we watched as a freshman come in, and you just know, and I think Zach and I have made comment as a freshman, when you start him, you'll watch him progress through the years, and I'll tell you what, he's come a long way, and
sure.
You have another year.
Yeah.
He has one more year.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
So, and you have another year.
No, he's
Well, you'll be a senior. We'll be a senior.
Yeah.
But that's another thing we'll talk about next week. The final game for you next week on the home field, and so.
Oh, we might get another one. We try to get another.
Well,
one.
that's true. Yeah. So the Kenton Wildcats, as far as we talked about them overall defensively. Luke, what do you see from them? You can refer to games in the past. What do you see the defense? Are they aggressive? What are your thoughts?
I mean, you kind of see they stack one D lineman for each one of our offensive linemen. So, I mean, as long as our offensive lineman beats the guy across from him, we'll have a good night.
Mano y mano.
Yep, there you go. Yeah. And when you look across the line offensively, what do you expect? And obviously they're going to throw the football, but that's nothing new to this defense.
Oh, this is a defensive lineman's game of dreams right here. Just pass rushing and stuff and getting sacks on the quarterback.
That's it. Savion, how about you? What are your thoughts?
We're excited. We block guys like Ott and Murray and Mullins every day. So as long as we can block guys like them, I'm confident we can block guys in Kenton.
Very good. Any final thoughts?
None from me, man. I'm excited. Let's keep this thing rolling.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you the best of luck this week at Kenton. Of course, Zach and I will be there to bring you the game this week from Kenton, Rider Nation Station, so we hope you tune in. We want to thank all of our sponsors who bring the Bo Frye Show, Rules of the Game, Rider Nation games on Friday night. Again, without them, this would not be possible, and we're just happy to be a part of it. So once again, for Luke Rammel, Owen Ott, Savion Murphy, For Bo Frye, I'm Joe Hurlbert. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next week. So long, everyone.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.